Hello, everyone. I am, of course, Christine Gritmon, and this is Boop, Let's Talk About Brand. I do this show every single Friday at 12 noon Eastern Time on Facebook and on Twitter, talking about different elements of branding, personal branding, all that jazz. Let me know if you are watching us on live or on replay, first of all, but also if you're on Facebook or on Twitter. And as I was just mentioning to my guest, I'm actually going to be simulcasting on more platforms starting in September. I do want to let you guys know that we are in the final countdown of season 1. I take August off from the show and the chat about brand, which is on Tuesdays. So after this, we got 2 more episodes for season 1 before I come back in September. So make sure to tune in for those. I'm glad you tuned in for this one. Today we are talking to LinkedIn expert. She literally has the Twitter handle LinkedIn expert, Viveka von Rosen. She's fantastic. She's obviously a LinkedIn expert. She is also the founder of Vengresso, which helps companies do their, social selling and whatnot. She will tell us about that in a moment. But we are going to be talking about how you can brand yourself on LinkedIn. A lot of people, as we especially saw in our Tuesday Chat About Brand chat on Twitter, a lot of people are not quite comfortable with LinkedIn. Some people still have the old mindset of it being a static place that you kind of park your resume. You only go there when you're changing some information or looking for work. Other people are on there every day, building connections, deepening relationships. Either way, whichever side you fall on, it is an important part of your digital footprint that you should make sure shows you in your best light. And the way to do that is to make sure that it is strongly branded. So without any further ado, we are going to bring on the wonderful Viveka von Rosen to talk all about that. Hey, Viveka!
Hello!
Hello! So happy to have you here today.
It's so good to be here.
Right out of the
Awesome.
gate.
It is awesome to be here.
Yay! Right out of the gate, tell us how...
and now we have a delay.
Oh, no! Well, we'll see. We'll do what we can. So right out of the gate, you are LinkedIn expert on Twitter. So tell us how that came about. And also, were you a LinkedIn strategist before you started Vengresso? Like, how did those things develop together?
Yeah, so I have been doing LinkedIn since 20. No, yeah, that's right. I'm like, let me get my years. Since 2006. That's a long time. So yeah, predating Twitter and definitely predating Vengresso by a lot. It's funny you ask about the handle at LinkedIn expert. A couple things happened. First of all, I remember I was taking a Twitter class, and I was sitting next to a friend of mine who also did LinkedIn. And we were learning all about Twitter. It was in Denver. And I want to say Joel Comm was teaching the class. I could be wrong about that, but I feel like it was Joel Comm who was teaching the class. So this is about 2008, maybe. So I'm sitting next to my friend and I go for my name, Viveka. I'm like, it's unusual. There was very few people, like a couple million people on Twitter at the time. So I'm like, okay, I could probably get my name. My name wasn't available. There was a paper company in India that had my name. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll just try LinkedIn expert. And it was available. So that's how I got my Twitter handle. And then shortly after that, there was an app that would go through all the socials at the time. And, you could put in what handle you wanted and it would give you the handle. So that's how I got LinkedIn expert on YouTube, on Instagram. Facebook, I missed out on, but I got it later. So now I pretty much am stuck doing LinkedIn for the rest of my life.
That is impressive. So now how does that connect with what you do at Vengresso?
Uh-oh.
If you didn't hear the question, it's how does that connect with what you do at Vengresso?
Oh,
Can you hear me now?
Hello. Okay, I can hear you now.
Okay, so the question was, how does that connect with what you do at Vengresso?
Yes. All right. So for 10 years, almost 10, 11 years, I had a company called LinkedIn to Business. So it was just me and a couple of contractors and one employee helping out as many people as we could around LinkedIn. And I managed to really establish my name that way. And in addition, Wiley reached out to me to write a couple books, and that turned into doing a couple courses for LinkedIn Learning. And I'll be honest with you, around 2016, I said, I am so done with LinkedIn. Like, I'm so bored of it. And my friend Mario Martinez says, "Hey, I'm thinking about starting a new company. Do you want to come in as COO?" And I kind of laughed in his face and said, "Have you met me? Like, I'm the last organizational officer you could ever meet. No, I'm done." And but I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do next. And so then he came back again and said, "Listen, I'm thinking about starting a company with a lot more people. And would you be interested in coming in if there were more people and you didn't have to be COO?" And I said, "Okay, that I'm interested in," because a lot of the people who he was bringing on board were friends of mine and I respected. So we started the company in late 2016, early 2017. And that company is Vengresso, which stands for sales and revenue. We decided to make up a name instead of like being socialsellingexperts.com.
Yeah.
So we made up the name Vengresso, and it's been an interesting journey because it's much different than what I did as an individual. We have a much different buyer persona. We have a different focus, and we have lots of employees. So I can stick to being chief visibility officer and master trainer.
I love that. Chief Visibility Officer, though I also saw you phrase it as Chief Visionary Officer, which is a title I really like. So how does LinkedIn play into what Vengresso does? And after that, we'll get into how individuals should be using it. But how does LinkedIn play a part in what you do for clients? Uh-oh. Did not connect? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? I would love to know if anyone who's viewing can hear me. But Viveka, if you can hear me, how does LinkedIn play into what you do for your clients? Well, hopefully Viveka will be able to hear us soon. I'm glad that you guys can hear me. And in the meantime, I'll say that I certainly, helping with sales and marketing and online visibility, LinkedIn is an important tool, especially for businesses and executives. And a lot of times, businesses or executives feel like they don't need it. They feel like LinkedIn is for job searchers or something. So I would love, Viveka, if you are with us again, I'd love to hear how you use, oops. All right, so I will talk for a minute about LinkedIn. So LinkedIn, as I was saying before, it used to be kind of a static place where people just kind of parked their resume until they really needed it. And it's become so much more engaging. So a few really key things about LinkedIn. Unlike a lot of other platforms, you're primarily on there as a person. There are LinkedIn company pages. Oh, good. Here she is. Great. Hopefully we can get her right back in there. Viveka, can you hear me? Don't go towards the light, Viveka. Can you hear me? All right, so where we're
Now I can hear you again. Yay!
Yay! So where we're at now is if you could talk to us about just how LinkedIn plays into how you help your clients, especially those big companies and executives, because it's not just for job seekers. How does LinkedIn play into the work that Vengresso does for clients?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you've got a business at all, especially if you've got a business to business, a B2B business, but even B2C, LinkedIn not only helps you establish a strong brand individually, but also as a company. Not only does it give you a portal to share content, it really is, I feel like, one of the best places to start conversations with your prospects, with your buyers, with your audience, just depending on what role you play. So if you're in marketing, it's an awesome opportunity to find, connect, and engage with a vaster audience, either through the company page or through employee advocacy, through your very own employees. The content that you can create, you can push out there and get much, much, much greater visibility than just, pushing content through a company page. So I think for marketers, the branding opportunity, which, let's talk about the branding opportunity of making sure that all of your employees look good, from background images to having, the right description of the company in the experience section, to featuring the right content on your profile, the right kind of media on your profile, to then disseminating and pushing out your company's content to the bigger audience. And LinkedIn actually just came out with a new employee advocacy tool inherent within the company pages, which is kind of interesting.
Absolutely. They keep coming out with all sorts of great
And I still
advocacy
can't hear you.
tools. Oh no! How about now? Oh goodness. Verizon, can you hear me now? Well, how about this? Does this help?
I could go on, but I still can't hear anything.
Oh no. Okay, well, I will work on fixing this. But in the meantime, what I'm going to be asking Viveka is about how individuals can make sure that their LinkedIn is on.
I'm just going to keep talking.
Okay.
So I like Tim Lewis's, just ask a question with very long answers. So some things that marketers can do or business owners can do is obviously the header image, right? Not only just creating one image, but for every event that you have coming up, every new product or service that you're releasing, every new initiative, you could follow your content calendar, but you can create new background images that you can then share to your employees, and they can do that kind of marketing for you, that advertising for you. Of course, you'll want to match that to your company page background image. The second thing that you can do is create content. And what I used to say is, just put it on your company page and then send your,
Uh-oh. Oh, goodness. Okay, can people hear? Oops. I'm reconsidering my whole tech setup right now. Possibly my life. I just put in a comment specifically so that I could put that on the screen, but now it won't let me even.
I'll just keep talking.
Okay, it won't even let me go back to the screen.
Creating that content that you can push out on your company page. And then LinkedIn has this new employee advocacy tool. So if you are a admin of your company page, you actually can create content and recommend it to your employees. And what's really cool and very, very different, and only a few of the marketers on the call will understand how powerful this is, when you create that recommended content on your LinkedIn company page, the at mentions actually link. If you use any other EA platform, and we actually use Everyone's Social, and of course we love Agorapulse, but
yes,
if you use any other EA platform, that at mention doesn't come through. But on LinkedIn, using LinkedIn and using the new recommended posts feature, you actually can at mention companies, @mention individuals, of course, emojis, hashtags, all of that kind of thing comes through too. So you can create your content, put it into the new EA tool as a recommended post, and then just email or message or chat your employees and say, hey, get on the LinkedIn company page and share at least one article today, which is really, really cool, because that's literally all they have to do is click on share, and it'll post automatically to their personal profiles, which will massively amplify that content. So that is a new feature that LinkedIn's not even talking about it yet. And it's so massively powerful. And it's free. It's a new free feature. It used to be part of the Elevate program that they had, but now they've put it into company pages for free. So that's great. Super, super cool, and something marketers can do with their employees to increase the branding of LinkedIn massively. And so I'm going to pause for a second and see if I can hear you. If not, I'll just keep talking.
I have a question that I'm trying to add to the broadcast, and it's taking a hot
It sounds
minute.
like maybe you can hear me on your end.
Yeah,
that's a good idea. Yeah.
It's not letting me show the comment, which is interesting. But if you can hear me, I'm wondering how an individual can ensure they're communicating.
I like Tim Lewis's suggestion. Hold up a sign with a question on it. And hey, Tim, by the way, it's good to see you here. Okay, so I'll just keep talking because, we have 12 minutes left, and hopefully you can hear me, and I'll just keep talking about what you can do to brand your profile on LinkedIn. One of the areas that's new for individuals. So as a marketing person, you're going to have to get your individual employees to do this. Okay, look, Christine, you and I are reading each other's minds. I love it. I love it. I just started talking about this. I can see your question, even though I can't hear you. All right. So individuals, there's a lot of cool new stuff to know about. Background images have been around forever. And like I said, just keep changing them up. Now, when it comes to your picture, there's a new thing called video cover stories, which is a 30-second, I call it the Harry Potter effect. About 3 seconds are going to show. So you're going to see your head, your picture, but then people are going to see a little video. And all they have to do is click around the ring around your picture. There'll be an orange ring around your picture. If they click on that, then the video will pop up. So now you've got 30 seconds, to introduce yourself to your audience. Tim, I'm glad you can see me. Charlie and Alex, I'm glad you can hear us both. I can't hear Christine and she can't hear me, but you all can hear us, and that's what counts. So video cover stories. If you go to your mobile device right now, so hopefully you've got LinkedIn downloaded. If not, download it. Go to your mobile device and open up your LinkedIn app. And when you get into your LinkedIn app, on the home screen, on the top right-hand side is the little picture of yourself, right? So click on that and then click on Edit Profile. If you've got fat fingers, it'll open up settings. Just go back and go to Edit Profile. Once you do this on your phone, you can do it on your laptop, but LinkedIn's being hinky around that. So go to your profile on your LinkedIn mobile device, on your phone or your iPad. And then you'll see an option if you've got it, and most people should have it by now. There'll be an orange plus sign on your picture. So click on that orange plus sign, and that is going to give you the opportunity to video a 30-second, and it's a square. The square video shows it's going to be a vertical video. You can shoot a 30-second commercial. Now, don't be like, hey, my name's Viveka von Rosen. I'm the Chief Visibility Officer with Vengresso. And, we do virtual selling for B2B companies. And you should totally buy our stuff. Like, no one's going to buy that. But yeah, it's really cool. Virtual cover stories. I'm sure you have it. And Christine, you'd be excellent on it. So click on that orange plus sign. But what I recommend is, rather than just like bleh, barfing out your why you should buy from us, tell people, yes, what your name is and who you are. But more importantly, focus on who Focus on who your buyers are and what you do for them. So mine is something exactly. e- Exactly. I think we're almost talking to each other again. So so what we recommend is who you are, what who you are, what your company is, but really focus on your buyer and how you help them. Right. So for us, it's, hey, this is Viveka von Rosen, Chief Visibility Officer with Vengresso, and we help B2B buyers create more conversations on LinkedIn. We help you prospect better and sell more, because that's our branding, right? Prospect better, sell more. Actually, that's what I did for my name pronunciation, which I'll tell you about in just a second as well. It's an audio introduction. I believe I ask a question first. Hey, are you a B2B company and you should be on LinkedIn using social selling, but you don't know what to do? Great. My name is Viveka von Rosen. I'm Chief Visibility Officer and co-founder of Vengresso. We help B2B companies prospect better and sell more. So you've got 30 seconds. It's actually a fair amount of time for those of you who are in marketing. 30 seconds is, you can fill that with a lot of information. But what I would say is really, 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 really focus on how your buyer can benefit from working with your company, right? How can your buyer benefit from working with you? And that's what you want to get across in this new video cover story feature. So again, download the app if you don't have it yet, because I know not all of you are LinkedIn lovers. So download the app if you haven't done so yet. Go to your profile on the top left-hand side. I think that's true of both Androids and iPhones. And then go to view profile, and you'll see an orange plus sign on your picture. And then shoot your video and upload it, and you'll get that 30-second commercial. Now, what I did, and I love, who made that suggestion? Tim made the suggestion to hold the sign up. What I did was I started my video with holding up a sign. So people could read our message. It wasn't "you're on mute." That was for later on. But I held up a sign, and then I took it away, and then I talked to my audience. And then that way they really knew something was different. I have also seen people who wear the same clothes that they were wearing for their photo and try to hold the same position. And so it looks like the photo has started talking. That is really super cool. I'm not that smart. But there's a lot that you can do with this. There's so many cute, cool toys. Now, Christine, I'm just going to just ask your questions in chat. I can see that and I can answer them. It is annoying that it's in mobile only, but it's only the first time. Once you have added it to your profile, even if it's this is wrong. Once you've added it to your profile, you can then edit it and upload it and change it on the desktop. It's really weird. I don't know. LinkedIn is weird, but as long as you do it one time on your mobile device, from then on, you can change it up. And I would recommend changing it up. Why not? It's free advertising. And by now, most people should have this feature.
Yeah.
So when you see somebody else with the Harry Potter effect, click on that ring and listen to what they have to tell you. So it's a really, 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 really cool branding feature.
I just slapped one together.
The other thing companies can do is create a branding message, email it to via mobile to their employees, say, download this 29-second video, and then just teach them how to upload it, so that they can have everyone can have the same message. I like the individual approach, but for marketers who understand that their employees, particularly their sellers, are not likely to do the work, create a video for them. Why not? Yeah. Just remember, it's got to be vertical, and what shows up is just the small 50 by 50 pixel square. But it's a really cool way to get who you are across to your audience. Now, similar to that is the new name pronunciation, also only found on the mobile device. But that's 10 seconds where you can audibly tell people who you are and how you help. And if you've got a funky name like mine, right, Viveka von Rosen, everyone calls me Viveka, Viveka, Veronica, Vivian, right? No one, very few people Mike Stelzner still calls me Viveka, right? So does Joe, so does John Ferreras, Viveka. It's like, dudes, we've been friends for 10 years. But anyway, the name pronunciation, you can not only pronounce your name correctly so that everybody else does. And if you've got a weird name, please do this for your audience. But you can let people know who you help and how you help them. So if you go to my profile, which is, to Christine's point, LinkedIn expert. If you go to linkedin.com/in/LinkedIn expert, you can go to my profile. You can see all this at work, and click on the little audio icon to the right of my name. So you'll see people who have it have their name and a little audio icon. Just click on that audio icon and you can hear my voice talking to you from my profile. So I would recommend everybody, exactly, Tim, everybody speak for themselves. Create a 10-second elevator speech, who you help and how you help them. And again, if you're in marketing, you can write out different little scripts. Hey, my name is first name, last name. Oops.
We still have you.
Still can't hear you, Christine. But put it in chat. I can see the questions in chat.
All right. What just happened here? Oh, no.
So anyway, it looks like we have 2 minutes left. I'm going to go ahead and read Christine's mind. And I think she just said, let me tell you how people can get in touch with me. So if she didn't,
Good.
I'll answer her question at another point. But my name is Viveka von Rosen. I'm Chief Visibility Officer with Vengresso. It's 1 S because it's not soup. If you go to www.vengresso.com, you can find us. We've got tons of great resources. Now, we are very, very focused on salespeople. Just putting that out there. But if you go to our website and you go to vengresso.com/resources, we have ebooks, case studies, videos, you name it, blog posts, everything you could possibly want to know about how to brand on LinkedIn. Oh, and you can get my book for free there too.
Yay. I have a question. I don't know if you can hear me. I don't think you can, but I do have a question, and I'm trying to get it up on the screen. But basically, Mary Fane Brent.
Let's see, what else could I tell you? If you want to, though, go to our website. It's both in the resources section, but also the pop-up will annoy you. But you can get the latest copy of my book, which is 101 Ways to Rock LinkedIn, for free. We put it in PDF mode, and you just have to pay with your name, your email address, and your first child. But after that, you can get that. So Viveka sounds like a water bottle brand. Okay, funny story while we're wrapping up here. So my uncle, my dad's best friend growing up in Sweden, he was the general manager for Vivitar. And I was 100% convinced that Vivitar was named after me. So, cameras, water bottles, soup, Ferraris, whatevs.
Love it. I wish I could
thank you. Thank you for putting my link in there.
I wish I could get back to the screen.
I'll just wait for anything else. Otherwise, I'll say goodbye.
My computer is just rebelling. I'm not sure what's happening. But I will say in the meantime that you have been a fantastic guest, that you're wonderful. And everyone should seek Viveka out.
How we love technology.
Oh, goodness. I don't even know what's happening. Mercury isn't even retrograde.
Thank you for putting my link in there. Yeah, most of the information I shared, you can get access to via that link in chat. And please invite me to connect. Yeah, invite me to connect. Remember, always customize your invitation. Just let me know that you kind of heard me, kind of saw me on Christine's podcast.
Yeah, you're doing an amazing job. You can't hear me, but later, hopefully, you'll watch and hear that I'm thanking you for doing an amazing job. Creator mode. Mary Fane Brandt, also a LinkedIn expert, wants to know your thoughts on creator mode. Okay. Maybe we'll have to skip that question. But I do want to thank you, Viveka. Even though you can't hear me right now, I want to thank you for being on. You're magnificent. Hopefully the next thing is going to work here, which is, oh, Where's the just me scene? Here we go. All right. So thank you so much to those of you who have stayed. You are wonderful. Viveka is a pro, you guys. The fact that she was able to handle that so gracefully and still deliver a ton of value is just wonderful. Definitely go connect with her and you will learn a ton. So as I said, we're in the final countdown of season 1 of Let's Talk About Brand, which is also supported by a chat on Tuesdays, which is on the same topic as the Friday live stream. So this Tuesday, it is going to be all about branding with content. That is, of course, the obvious place people go when they're thinking about how to brand themselves on social media. In addition to the profiles, your content helps really get that brand messaging out there. And to talk about that next Friday, hopefully with better tech on all fronts, we are going to be talking to the wonderful Leslie Samuel. There we go. Leslie Samuel, who is a blogger and content marketing expert. So thank you so much for joining us today. Again, I'm gonna take my computer to the Genius Bar, you guys, to see what happens. Thanks for being here. Bye.